What's going on, everyone? I know it is late. It is 1 a.m. Eastern Time, but obviously we had some business to take care of in the locker room and after the game. Ben Raven here, M Live's Detroit Lions beat writer. Back. We're back. Lions win overtime. Wow, 26-20. My head's buzzing. I can't believe words are coming out of my mouth right now, but what a game that was. I mean, seriously, this was. I hate overusing the phrase playoff atmosphere and all that stuff. But this was a playoff atmosphere. I mean, seriously. Sorry, I was just making sure. I saw a comment come through. What a game! I mean, this building was rocking, even when things got weird and you could sense the shock in this building. Just, oof. I mean, I honestly, I've lived in this state my entire life. I've been watching the Lions my entire life. I've been covering them. This is my sixth season now, and it still feels like an alternate reality when you see Stafford on the Los Angeles Rams and a sold out home opener on Sunday Night Football, wild card rematch, and the Lions win it again. It wasn't always pretty. It wasn't relaxing, but it was one heck of an entertaining game. And the Lions showed that they could take a punch, they could take another punch, and then they could still come out on top by just ground and pounding the Rams into submission. I mean, that was, by my count here, it's 1 a.m. I've got a bunch of stuff to do. We're going to record a podcast tonight. Still, 4 carries, 44 yards in the game-winning touchdown for David Montgomery. Jameson Williams' career night. We told y'all guys, we try not to get carried away with the JMO stuff because it's so easy to get carried away with someone like that, with his speed, with his ability. But tonight was just JMO's coming out party. It was a confirmation of everything we've seen and how much we've seen him grow, because what a big play threat he was tonight. 5 catches, 121 yards, and a touchdown. Had one carry for 13 yards. Even took a lick and came back in the game and made an impact. And on a night where St. Brown and Laporta are bottled up, that's what we're talking about when we talk about Jamel's potential to breathe life into this offense. You saw it here tonight. When you have to account for that guy, teams are going to have to account for him moving forward. That's going to open things up for St. Brown. That's going to open things up for Laporta. And you're going to continue to see this offense evolve, because that guy's got something that people can't teach, that nobody can teach. And that's that lights out speed. And oof, there was slipping in the fourth quarter. Goff throwing passes we haven't seen him throw since 2021, but still came together, got the job done. And I know it was not the best defensive showing, but their bend but not break mentality tonight really did come through in the end, holding them to the field goal in the first half, picking off Stafford in the end zone before the half, sending the game into overtime with a Hutchinson sack. I mean, hey, I know that's a tough situation for the Rams, and they were a long shot to get in field goal range with 17, 19 seconds left. But they had all three timeouts. And for Hutchinson to break that pocket, get that sack, get Stafford on the ground, and send this game to overtime, I mean, all the Lions needed was a coin toss win, and they were going to take this thing home. You could really feel that. But yeah, it's just there were some shaky moments, no doubt, but that offensive line and David Montgomery did what we kind of were waiting for them to do all night long in that overtime period. And that's resiliency, that's adversity, that is answering the call. And on a night where the Rams are banged up, they lose Puka to open the second half. They lost so many offensive linemen, guys. I mean, the Rams were beat up on the offensive line. So, yes, there are concerns, no doubt. The Lions, but even when I say that, the concern part, the Lions still took care of business in overtime. They did what they needed to do when they did it. Yes, there are concerns. Yes, Terrion Arnold, 2 DPI calls in the end zone. Yes, he gets banged up, but he was a sticky tackler. Alex Anzalone came out of the gates with a heck of a ball game. Just got to give him credit for being the glue, the captain, the on-field leader of this defense. Heck of a game from Anzalone. And I'm the next thing I do after this, I'm going to write up a Terrion Arnold story. Just full disclosure, Cooper Kupp came up to him after the game with high praise and said, "You are one of those ones." So Kupp saw something in him, and for as good as game as Kupp had, I do think that was a pretty solid showing for the first round rookie cornerback. I expected the Lions to take advantage of the Rams' banged up offensive line a little more than they did. That's my one concern, because even over the receiver stuff, the receiver depth, the one main concern I've had is about the pass rush. James Houston inactive tonight, healthy scratch. Levi Levi L big sack. I think Marcus Davenport was right up there with Hutchinson in pressures tonight. It was nice to see him. He has got a powerful bull rush, and the Lions are going to need more of that moving forward because when you get down to third string linemen, when you get Jonah Jackson playing center, when you get the Rams missing that many pieces on their own line, you've got to take advantage. And while the Lions came out winning this one, that is where my main concerns are. I'm not concerned about the offense. That's going to come together. St. Brown ain't going to have too many more games like this. Laporta came up clutch, but he's not going to have too many more quiet games like this. And I just think that as long as they can continue to rely on the rush, whether it's Montgomery or Gibbs, whether it's Montgomery and Gibbs, and that offensive line is moving bodies like they did in that overtime, this team is going to be okay. We've gone 7 minutes. It's 1:05 in the stinking morning. You guys are troopers for sticking with us. The mlive.com/Lions is going to be cranking out content all morning, all tomorrow, and we'll be back. It's back into kind of a normal week for us here on the Lions Beat. We'll be back here next Sunday, 1 p.m. slate against the Buccaneers, back-to-back playoff rematches, and let's see if the Lions can sweep the two teams that they eliminated from the postseason, because that would be one heck of a cherry on top to the start of a tough schedule here. But Lions are 1-0, and they took Matthew Stafford's best tonight. Even when Puka goes down, he was feeding Cup. He was feeding Tyler Johnson. I mean, that one scoring drive in the fourth quarter, Stafford was 8 of 8. He was in his full-on wizard mode, and the Lions came out on top. That is resiliency. That is adversity. They got punched. They tasted their own blood, and they came out on top. And that's a big-time win, big-time spotlight. Just what a special night. What a special way to start the season. I mean, with all the hype, with all the attention, the Lions win the game in the most Lions way possible. We're gonna punch you in the throat until you stop us. And the Rams couldn't stop them. 26-20. So close to my 27-20 prediction. If you guys want to give me that extra point, I'll appreciate it. But 26-20, 93 years old, and you stayed up to watch. That's what I'm talking about right here. The season is different. You guys are different. You Lions fans are crazy. And I mean that in the utmost respect. You have created a special environment here at Ford Field, and with these sleepless nights like this, you guys make it worth it. So thanks for hanging with us. And Joan, I'm proud of you. It's not tough to stay up this late with games like that. Hearts racing over here. Godspeed to everybody. Ben Raven, I'm going to get out of here. We'll see you guys next week at a more humane hour. Thank you, guys.